Ethereum is often referred to as the world's computer. They've got smart contracts, thousands and thousands of validator nodes. But now what about Stellar? They don't have smart contracts yet, but it's in their plan for 2022. So what will happen when Stellar starts going with smart contracts? Will that put them in the top tier of cryptocurrency chains out there? Project Jump Cannon, everyone, that's what it's called. So in this video, we are going to go screen and explore some Project Jump Cannon, otherwise known as smart contracts. Smart contracts, what would that do for Stellar? That's the point of this video, all right? We know Ethereum has smart contracts, and that has been huge to their global success. But now Stellar getting smart contracts, would that put them in the same level as Ethereum? Now, I know speed-wise, right? Ethereum's kind of a snail, and Stellar's going to beat them with transaction speed. But having smart contracts has been one of the big things that has set Ethereum apart. But it's also been one of the big reasons why it takes so long to make improvements on Ethereum, right? If you're doing layer 1 versus layer 2 protocol issues. So with Project Jump Cannon, a Stellar's code name for smart contracts, they're looking to get the community involved and have this be a community-based effect. Now, if you look at the 2022 roadmap, I wanted to show you guys something extremely important here, because what is our vision? What is the roadmap? Our vision for 2022 builds directly on what we learned in 2021, a year that demonstrated irrefutably that the Stellar network is built for its purpose, clarified our strengths, and provided the direction we need to go next. And what is the direction they need to go next? Increase scalability and network innovation. So the scalability we talked about, right? We've got some huge projects out there that are going to be giving Stellar 1.12 million transactions per second. But smart contracts are where you would see the biggest improvement for the Stellar network. Because right now, it's not like there's a constraint demand in terms of putting transactions through. It's not like people are sitting here waiting hours and hours and hours for transactions to work. No, they take 2 to 5, often 6 seconds for that transaction to be processed. So it's not that the limiting factor is speed. The limiting factor is innovation, everyone. The most immediate innovation for us in this category is smart contracts. In order to encourage engagement, innovation, and utility on Stellar, we will research and shepherd the development of the code and create community engagement around a smart contract implementation. The goal is to have Stellar remain one of the most accessible networks for developers so that they can deliver high quality and safe applications to their users while allowing it to adapt to respond to the competitive landscape in the blockchain space. Yes, we're going to have to constantly see these chains evolve. And having Stellar include the community in this is a huge way of going forward, because remember, Stellar, open source chain. Now, getting back to the whole Project Jump Cannon thing, we had several members from the Stellar team host Q&As regarding that. It is about a half hour long. It's only gotten 600 views, but there were some good juicy nuggets in there, and I like the direction that they're going, involving the community, involving people out there to ask questions, getting the community involved, making this more of a team participation effect. So now what does happen with Stellar and smart contracts? All right, so let's look at some history real quick. When Ethereum was delaying their merge, right, the time bomb that they had that would make mining more difficult, right, they kept pushing that out because they weren't ready yet. They weren't ready yet. Every time Ethereum had a delay, you would see their price just come further down, 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 and down. Now, once Ethereum announced, hey, guess what? September 19th is going to be now the actual date of our merge. All of a sudden, you saw more and more action pick up. Can we see the same thing with Stellar, right? Is there that possibility that once Stellar goes, hey, you know what? Protocol 20, we're going to do smart contracts. Here's the date that we're looking at. Could you start seeing more action happening with Stellar, Lumens, XLM? Now, again, on the flip side, right, if they have a delay and they're like, hey, look, we're going to do it on this day, this week, and all of a sudden more problems come out, because we've seen what's happened with Ethereum, right? Proof of work, proof of stake. Now, let's be honest here, that's a much bigger project, but adding smart contracts to Stellar is a massive task, to say the least. So essentially it comes down to, does the market take notice, right? I mean, we saw with Ethereum that as they delayed it, right, there was definitely pressure put on Ethereum on the negative side. Then when they announced, hey, we're going to be able to go with September 19th as our date, the market really started picking up. Very coincidental time frame wise. Does the market notice this with Stellar, or does this go unnoticed and price just kind of goes with the overall market ebbs and flows? So I'm not looking at this so much as like a technical thing. I'm more seeing if the market even pays much attention to this right now. We also have to see usage, right? I mean, what is the point of a program if it doesn't get used heavily? So if they do develop smart contracts, get it rolled out there, what programs, who is going to be able to take use of it? Will it bring more activity to the network, right? These are the things that matter outside of the technical aspect, and that's what I really want to focus on with this.